killed in cold blood. The disturbing new details regarding a Chinatown murder that has stunned the city.
Still a cold overnight, but we get a bit of a break heading into tomorrow morning.
And New York Live is here with the pandemic pivot for a woman who started cooking pizzas for her neighbors. Hey, this is News 4 Now for February 15th. I'm your girl, Kay Ingram. So we're learning chilling new details about a well-known woman stalked and brutally stabbed in her own Chinatown apartment.
I didn't kill nobody.
Why are you being arrested then?
I don't know what's going on.
That's Asamad Nash, the man police say stabbed Christina Lee more than 40 times early Sunday morning. Surveillance video shows Nash following Lee inside her building and up 6 flights of stairs. According to the assistant district attorney's report, Lee was still alive and screaming for help when police arrived. When she went silent, officers were still trying to gain access to her apartment. Nash tried to escape but was found hiding under her bed. He now faces murder and burglary charges. Police say they don't believe Lee was targeted because she's Asian American. At a Monday night vigil to honor Christina Lee's life, the community says they don't feel safe.
There's not much more you can do when a man sneaks right behind you and prevents the door from being closed. It takes less than like a second for that door to close, and that's all he needed.
Lee's landlord says the building is safe with surveillance cameras, and the apartments have heavy steel doors with multiple deadlocks on them. All right, now for some tense moments for commuters Monday night in Lower Manhattan when smoke started filling a subway station. A Bronx-bound 6 train caught fire after hitting some construction equipment on the tracks at the Fulton Street stop. These pictures show the smoke that followed. The FDNY says the fire was under control within an hour. There's no word yet of any injuries. That came hours after some Amtrak passengers spent much of their day stuck on an Acela train. They left Boston at 5:05 Monday morning, headed to Washington, D.C. But the train lost power in Queens before 9 a.m. 106 passengers waited there until after 3 p.m., until the train finally made it to Moynihan Train Hall. Passengers were put on another train and continued to the nation's capital. Meanwhile, in New Jersey, a fight at a mall is sparking claims of racial profiling by police when a black teen is pinned to the ground. This fight here between two teens happened Saturday inside of Bridgewater Commons. 14-year-old Kai, who spoke exclusively to News 4, says it happened when he stood up to the older boy. He says that boy was picking on his friend. 2 police officers arrived, and that's when he was handcuffed, with the other officer's knee in his neck. The other teen appeared to be left alone.
I was calm about it because I knew not to be scared, to just stay calm and not move, just do what they tell me to do.
It can take 2 cops to hold a 14-year-old boy down who's not resisting, while the other boy is just kind of going free and still going off on my son. It just doesn't make sense.
In a statement, Bridgewater police say, quote, "We recognize that this video has made members of our community upset and are calling for an internal affairs investigation." They're asking the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office to help with this investigation.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Hope you enjoyed the last little blast of the really cold air for the week. With that said, it's going to be a chilly evening. Temperatures still in the upper 20s from about dinner time in through the midnight hour, staying in the upper 20s heading into tonight with clear skies. You'll get a view of that bright, beautiful moon as well. The full snow moon, that's the name of the full moon for February. Waking up to temperatures that'll be plenty cold, not much of a wind chill factor early on. 19 for White Plains, 25 in the city for the low, the same in Merrick, Belmar, into the teens north and west. So all the snow that is still on the ground has another night where it stays put. Now, as far as the winds go, a little brisk early on in the day today. They begin to pick up during the afternoon tomorrow, but they're going to be out of the south. That's a warming wind, so high temperatures going to be even warmer for tomorrow.
News 4 celebrates Black History Month. No one captured the Harlem Renaissance quite like Aaron Douglas. His murals and other artwork define the era and the Black experience in New York. Born in Kansas, he moved here in the 1920s, finding fame as a book illustrator and then large-scale painter. To this day, many consider him the father of Black American art. Aaron Douglas is part of our collective history, and together we are for New York.
Now, there is nothing like a New York slice, and one Brooklyn woman loves pizza so much, she offered to cook pies for her neighbors during the pandemic. Love that. That offer led her to making thousands of pizzas. New York Live is here with why she now has her sights set on opening her very own shop.
If you ask Miriam Weiskin, she'll tell you it is always a good time for a slice. She's the pizza connoisseur turned maker who is working around the clock to make her Big Apple pizza dreams a reality, and she is doing it all in honor of her mom. Miriam, genuinely speaking, I don't even know where to start with your pizza journey because your story has so many different layers. This is where you baked how many pies during the pandemic?
Over 5,000 pies during the pandemic.
And why did you do that? How did you start doing that?
I started doing it as a result of just being isolated and needing to continue baking pizza because I had just changed careers. My mom inspired me and said, well, why don't you give them away to neighbors or people who might need them? So I put up a menu and I put up a box that said, hey, anyone that's looking for a free meal, I'd like to bake some pizza for you, pick something out, and text me or just put your order on my door.
So now you do these pizza pop-ups now.
Yeah.
And you announce them on social media, right?
Yeah, but the pop-ups have become so successful, and I found that if I rotate different small businesses in Brooklyn, I'm able to help them out so much more, but it also helps support me at the same time. But these owners are like, if it triples our alcohol sales, that's helping us stay more than afloat. And we always get to eat good pizza. So we're gonna do Neapolitan pizza-ish pizza next, and this dough took 5 days to make. And I'm gonna make you the specialty pie, which is called the Brooklyn Jerk.
There's a kick. Ooh! Okay, babe. It's so wild because it's crunchy on the outside, and it's like a cloud of dough. That is so good. So now I understand why people keep coming back. I'm gonna turn that camera off. I'm gonna finish this pie. Thank you so much. Good luck at the pop-up tonight, and good luck on opening up your pizzeria.
It's a love story that's lasted for nearly half a century, and it all started with a romance on the rails. Now the couple has a keepsake from a very special day, all thanks to the MTA. News 4's Greg Sergel has their story.
The Avenue station holds a special place in our heart.
A subway sign may seem an unusual decoration in a suburban living room, but not for Susan and Saul Kirschenbaum.
It just symbolized our love for each other.
This Wisconsin couple is about to celebrate their 45th wedding anniversary.
Oh, it was so beautiful that day.
It's a love story that began on that subway at Avenue U in Brooklyn.
We sat across from each other on the train, and after a few times or trips to school, we kind of made eye contact with each other.
Saul and Susan were CCNY students from Sheepshead Bay. And it was during their daily 90-minute commute to Manhattan that romance began to blossom. The couple eventually became engaged where else? At the Avenue U station.
We get good feeling in our hearts, you know, from looking at the sign.
That sign, by the way, is authentic.
And we're almost there.
The Kirschenbaums found it last December at an MTA site in Brooklyn.
They started telling us about how they met. I mean, it's a beautiful story all around. And I'm just happy that we were there to, you know, to help them get their hands on the sign.
The MTA's Asset Recovery Department delivered the sign. It sells all kinds of decommissioned transit items online. Everything from signs to subway benches, even trash cans.
It was the first one on the list, and I was so elated.
The Kirschenbaums sealed their special purchase with a kiss. The Kirschenbaum story is now family lore for their two sons and daughter-in-law. But on this Valentine's Day, it's also a reminder for all of us to look up. True love may be right in front of you, even on the subway.
Looking back on it, it just seemed to be destiny. It was really just meant to be.
Greg Sergel, News 4 New York.
All right, friends, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.